Nice for you to be here.
Of course, man.
It's been a while. Have you? So, are you still doing doorman work?
Yeah, I'm still doing my work.
Yeah,
I pretty much like it's kind of like a hobby job, So
yeah.
I just do it every now and then, like every other week. So it's not my main job, but I say I do that
Have you got like?
consistently.
Yeah, because I've always wanted to ask you if you've like what kind of stories you've got or challenges you have. Is it because it's quite a I mean life like as a security guy.
Well,
Like yeah.
Okay, what, like to be honest, I've been quite lucky. I say that because of I don't try to attract too many bad vibes. I'd like to think that when it comes to security and everything I'm doing, I feel like I give out good energy into the world. So
Hmm.
most of the times the only good things happen to me, but every now and then I do have some situations like like I remember, okay, the one I can remember on the doors is one time where this dude just came in and I just let him in because he looked pretty normal.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, about 5 minutes later, I saw my staff member. She was just working. One of the girls that works behind the bars, and she was complaining that this guy called her a bitch. Then I was like, why are you calling her a bitch? And he was like, he told her to fry his chicken and chips. Basically, he had like a bag of chips and fish in his bag, and he wanted to make it. He wanted to cook it, so he went and took it to the staff member, and he told her that, hey, listen, could you please cook this for me, please, because I'm hungry. And she was like, I can't make that food for you because it's food from outside. We're only allowed to serve food from inside. And then he called her a bitch because she was a little bit like crazy. So I had to basically go
Yeah.
and tell him that, hey, listen, we can't make your food. And he was arguing and arguing. So basically, almost like I kind of had to drag him out because he wasn't gonna leave without me making his food. So I do have like weird situations. Just a lot of them, to be honest. Like
Jeez.
I don't wanna.
Yeah, yeah. I bet there's probably certain people that you come across where I mean some stories that you probably can't tell just because of you know probably some people do stuff that get themselves into trouble
Yeah, yeah.
or if you had to use like a lot of force to or like stop people from I guess people get into fights and try and get into places when they think they're like sober but they're not clearly sober or
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be honest, like the situation. I mean, I like to say like one dickhead a day. Yeah, it's always gonna be one person who's gonna
who's gonna
try and change your day, your outlook throughout the day. But it is to be expected. But when it comes to like trouble, like I do experience quite a bit of trouble. But I experienced a lot more in London than I
fair.
did here in Bristol. Bristol is quite lush. Bristol is a little bit more like silly. You get a lot of silly guys, and the guys who are normally causing trouble are the ones from out of town. So,
Okay. Did you grow up in London?
yeah, I grew up mostly in London. That's where I did some of my bouncing work, but now I bounce here in Bristol.
Okay.
But there are differences, But I would say for the most part, like Bristol is pretty laxed. Um,
Yeah,
I,
because it's mainly like I say there's clubs, but it's mainly bars.
Mainly some bars.
Yeah. Um,
I think everybody want to have a good time as well. So, but there's been a few situations I would say that ones where me and my team, we meet these guys who want to come in, and I say you're too drunk, and you're arguing,
yeah.
saying no, I'm not drunk. Then you get them to do the test. I get them to do this test where they stand on one leg and try and balance themselves. And if you can't do it for like 6-7 seconds, then you're definitely too drunk. And then they failed the test, and I was like, you can't come in, and they were still arguing. So it's one of those situations where there was name calling, there was shuffling, and I was like, guys, like gonna have a good time, But there's situations I do get those kind of situations at least once every 6 weeks, where someone is actually just pissed and out of it,
Yeah.
or doing drugs, coked up, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God, coked up for sure.
Because do you? I guess you have someone on the door with you, not just yourself. So there's a community of you around Bristol, or is it more just? I guess do you work for a company and
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's different. I work for different agencies, but
agencies? That's it.
they put you in different places. I'm not necessarily meant to work in one place, but it's one of those. It's one of those lax kind of roles where you're working within a team, and they just
Yeah.
place you in a bar. And if you don't like the bar, they can place you somewhere else. But if you're good with the people who work there, the staff members, the manager, then you can just chill where you're
Yeah.
working. But no, it's a good team in Bristol. There's
Nice.
the company I work for. They're pretty lax, and they all support each other. You know, we have a bouncer code where as a bouncer you have access to other places as well. You can go to other clubs and stuff like that because you know each other. So it's pretty.
Okay.
It's pretty chill in that respect. So
Yeah. Because I was gonna say, how do you actually become a bouncer? I guess you just. I guess it's like any other job. You know, if you're good at crowd control. I don't know. How do they test? Do they test? I don't know. Like, do they test you? Is there a test? Is there?
I mean, we do some tests like during the training. You do a training every year to like refresh our skills. I mean, the training is pretty boring, to be honest. We don't normally take anything out of it. We just sort of teach you how to crowd control, teach you how to deal with de-escalate situations. But it's pretty basic stuff that it just sort of like you should almost already know. And plus, you never really get to utilize it that much. Like crowd control. Like, in what instances would you really have to crowd control a crowd? You know.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, but yeah.
It does happen every now and then, but most likely in festivals. You know, crowd control only really in festivals. But
or like a concert.
Or a concert.
Yeah.
You know, or somewhere where there's like a lot going on. Like when it's massive, you know, like you're running like a rave or something like that. Then you might have to think about crowd control. But if you're working in a normal bar or like something like that, you don't have to worry about that too much, you know.
Yeah.
Never come across.
Have you thought about ever doing like private security for like? Is it easy to get? Yeah, is that kind of been something you've?
I've worked in close protection before.
Close protection.
Yeah, I did close protection before. I did it for like a couple months, like 3-4 months, when I was in London, and we were just working with this artist. I forgot his name now. We were just working with this artist that was coming into London, and the whole time for like 2-3 months, we were just meant to stay with him and protect him. So that was kind of like that was something I did privately. So I got paid privately for that. But I mean, it is good money. But that was the only instance where I actually just got myself involved in doing like private security.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't say it's too sustainable. I think it's one of those places that is who you know, not what you know. So you have to know the people who are doing it. Okay. And they have to be in on it. They have to give you the opportunity. Yeah. And I was quite lucky then. But I've done a bit.
Because do you have a big presence on social media or as in big presence, as in like are you connected with other people in the?
I'll say it's mostly word of mouth. So it's like almost like you get referred from the people you've worked with previously.
I see. Yeah.
So my previous company and will just recommend me to someone else, and then they recommend me to someone else based on how well you worked with them previously. So that's pretty much how it is. Not so much social media. It's more so like word of mouth referrals and organizations and stuff like that. So
okay. Yeah. I don't think I don't know. Maybe I should get into it. I don't know. Yeah, it might be. That's the thing. It's a side hustle, isn't it?
It's a side hustle. It's a fun side hustle. It's an easy side hustle. It's one where you don't have to commit to. I think what I like about it is the flexibility. You know, you can really work. You can find a job anywhere in the UK, and you know you don't have to fully commit. You know, you can just do 1 or 2 shifts there. You know, so I think it's helped me in between jobs because obviously it's not my main job, but like if I'm transitioning from like city to city, going from one city to a different city, or if I'm in between jobs, it's just something nice to have that can sort of like come in as a first job, and hold itself down for a couple months before I like find my feet again. So ever since I've sort of just kept it around, I just kept renewing my badge, you know.
Nice, because I guess you've also got the kind of balance between, I guess you're quite fit guy. Yeah. You know, you're in the gym probably
all the time,
quite a lot.
I have to stay there.
So it's like the right balance between using the fitness as well. So do you do much around that? And
yeah, man. I think that fitness is everything, man. Fitness is everything. I think that as I got older, like, you know, I had to sort of like change my value systems, you know, and fitness just had slowly just became in my top 3 values in terms of like just well-being. So yeah, fitness is definitely number 1, you know. I know that there's a study showing that fitness is pretty much the best thing that you can actually just do for your health and everything in general, you know. Like going to the gym for your mental well-being, you know, working out is good for your it's good for your hormones, it's good for your bones, it's good for your muscles, it's good for your brain, it's good for everything. So like I try to incorporate fitness when I can, you know. And definitely I've been enjoying it, you know. I enjoy playing different sports.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
think with fitness, is like it's that dedication to it. You know, it's getting up every morning, or whatever time of the day it is, and motivating yourself. Because I think, especially in the city that we live in, there's
Yeah.
always something going on.
It's always something going on.
Yeah, so to be able, and you know, if you're into even just not even just going out partying, but if you're just just trying to get that fitness in, doing other things, it's challenging.
Yeah, definitely. I think one thing I do like about Bristol is that Bristol always like reminds you to like, don't take yourself too seriously and just go and do something. Even if it's not fitness, go and do something quirky, go do something fun. Whether it's walking on a line or juggling or just doing something outside, hanging out with your mates. Like, there's always something that people are just doing that is just, fun.
Yeah.
And it's a way of leisure, a way of well-being and staying out in nature. So it's always encouraging when I just walk around Bristol. They always just have little reminders just to, do something good that is healthy with your time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I like that.
Do you do much like community groups with around fitness at all? Are you part of any groups or?
Yeah, I mean, I run a boxing group.
Into boxing.
Yeah. So I competed as a boxer when I was younger,
Nice.
and right now I just coach because I found that it's a great tool for like your mental health.
Yeah, it really
like
is.
it's just good for clearing your mind. And it's just a way to just like if you're ever feeling stressed, and you take like a boxing glove, you put it on. And you find a bag or you find someone and you did some pad work, you feel like 10 times, how would I say it? The sense of relief, like the weight is basically just gone. So I know that it did wonders for me personally when I was like a little bit, anxious or tired or like, when you're feeling like you're in a high stress environment. So I kind of like want to show it. I kind of want to just show it to the people that I work with, a few of my clients, that what boxing can do for them in terms of just stress management. So so that I would say like, when it comes to like fitness and stuff like that, I run a boxing club.
Yeah,
it's called Punch Therapy. So basically punch through therapy through punching basically. So where people just come. I have a few clients who just come in. I take them on the pads, teach them some
techniques.
Teach them some real basic techniques, and everyone's just enjoying it, to be honest. Like it's one of those things that I do it, it's kind of like it's donation based, pay what you want. It's not necessarily, I don't necessarily charge for it, but it's just like a space where you can come and just have fun, and
nice.
It's been getting...
People always assume boxing is kind of an aggressive sport, and it has its moments, but like you said, there's other avenues to it.
There's always other avenues, man.
And if you're passionate about the sport, because it's a sport, and it's like, I mean, I grew up with boxing, and it's funny actually when I talk to people about boxing like that, some people always say to me, I'll mention about a fight or something that's coming up, or just general boxing, and people are just kind of shrug over their shoulders, not really keen to. But from what you're saying, there's actually another way. It's not just about knocking the hell out of anyone. Someone.
So. Definitely, as you're saying, as you said, it's not just violence or trying to hurt someone. It's like there's an art form to it. It's all about self-control. Being able to focus. Being able to calm your mind. And it does a lot of wonders for your brain, for your body, and it's really, really a very therapeutic process. It's a therapeutic activity. It's an art form in its own right, which allows you to alleviate stress. Actually makes you a little bit more confident as well. It gets rid of your increases your serotonin, boosts your dopamine. It's like when you do it, you just feel like it's crazy how amazing it makes people feel afterwards, and that's because I think your body, is very intense, but it's not like it's very intense, but it's just good for you, So I would say
I'll have to come along to one of your sessions, because
definitely.
I mean, at the moment I just go in the gym, get the punching bag out, and just. But it'd be nice to be,
Definitely, man. You can come. Definitely, I do run. Yeah, I run it twice a month. You know, not necessarily every week. So I do it like twice every month, and anyone who's about will just come through. It'll be nice. You know, we're recording. I'm doing some promo videos. So you know, I need some models. So some people who want to come and record. So I'm recording them. I have a few people who are coming to do it with me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always recruiting. So it'll be nice to just have fun with it. You know, it's just a wholesome event. That's what I want it to be. Just a wholesome event. You know. So,
yeah. Because do you find I guess you do a lot of fitness and things like that, but like do you have like rest periods, recovery periods? Do you get like how old are you again? How old are you now?
I'm 30.
30.
Yeah.
Like I'm like I used to play football a lot, and now like you know you pick up injuries so quick. Like my ankles go sometimes.
Definitely.
And like the recovery time can be like difficult because sometimes that can bring you down. It's trying to keep that that energy, that motivation
That's true.
to kind of keep getting yourself out there.
Yeah, as you get older, you just have to, I think, always like listen to your body. You kind of have to always like, be mindful when it comes to stuff like stretching, like warm-ups and cool-downs. You have to be really on it, like as you get a little bit older. Make sure you're doing your yoga. Make sure you're doing things to just like, stretch out your body. I think stretching is very important. People think that's very underrated, but you have to keep stretching all the time, making sure that you get rid of any sort of like muscle imbalances, as you get older as well. So
and diet as well.
Oh, that diet, 100%. You can't do anything without diet.
Yeah,
your metabolism slows as you get older. So there's no way.
I know at the moment. Yeah, it's when especially in supermarkets. I go in supermarkets these days, and it's just like junk food everywhere.
Ooh,
it's just difficult.
Yeah, man. Junk food, it sells, man. It sells. That's why they keep pushing it, man. That's what they eat it quick. It get eaten quickly, so they keep selling the stuff. And it's addictive. Like food is not really food anymore. I think everyone is just addicted now.
Yeah, snacking, things like that. Yeah, I'm trying to eat a lot more protein at the moment. But because the thing is as well, like I usually try and eat like 5 meals a day.
Yeah,
but it's expensive.
Yeah, true.
And finding the time to eat 5 meals a day.
Ooh.
And
like the time to eat 5 meals, that's kind of hard to break it down for 5. I don't think I can do 5.
Yeah, exactly. So I usually use so what I'll do is in the mornings I'll get up, I'll try and eat a big breakfast, go to the gym, or go to the gym first, then have food, and then I'll like have a protein shake, which can kind of get me the calories that I need. So kind of like the protein shake will be the extra meal that I need. But it's that consistency. Because if you're just knocking back protein shakes, it's all about having that kind of the diet and the fitness and everything else for it to
for it to work. I think everything when it comes to fitness, the most important thing is definitely consistency. So you have to be consistent. So when you have a bad day or a bad week or a bad month, you have to just go back on it, and not beat yourself down, and just get back to your goals, chasing your goals, your fitness goals. So I think definitely that's the hardest part, making sure that you're eating right, making sure that you don't snack when everyone is snacking, making sure that you take care of your body. And I think it's like when it comes to like your journey, when it comes to health, it's like you have to almost be a little bit boring. You have to not be too excitable. You have to be quite routine and quite boring when it comes to like your eating habits. That way, to eat things consistently for a long period of time, you have to be a bit boring. You can't be too excited. So I mean, it's a good journey, but I think it's one that people gotta do. People definitely gotta do. Your fitness and your health is very important.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm things like now, like it's a Friday night, we're gonna go out, probably drink.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun though. You gotta enjoy it. You have to enjoy every second. You have to. You have to. I would. I'm going out. I don't really drink. I don't drink that much. I don't really drink really, but I'll probably, just chill, just go out, drink, have some energy drinks, But it's still always nice to go out, And who knows? I might even end up drinking. You never know. I never know until I'm in the moment, really.
Because I've been watching a lot, or I've been hearing a lot around, you know, how alcohol is, you know, really. I mean, it is bad for you at the end of the day. You know, it's a depressant. It's kind of, you know, it doesn't do any good for your body. However, it's just. I think mostly I've been conditioned around the whole idea of that. You know, going out, drinking alcohol, you have a good time. So like, I've been out a couple times recently, and I've actually enjoyed myself not having any booze, just to kind of see the difference. But then again, at the end of I still like enjoying like a bit of whiskey now and then.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, you have to, man. You definitely have to.
Yeah,
it's definitely nice to drink here and there, you know. I think everything in moderation, at least. Moderation is always key, you know.
I know in England we're known as a drinking culture, and it's.
Oh yeah, I mean UK definitely is a drink culture, man. Apparently just a pub at every corner, every street.
Is that?
Yeah, if in Bristol, there's a pub at every corner of every street. If you really look at it. So I'm just like, that's mad. And obviously, you know, within the main centre, obviously.
Yeah,
that's
it
what
makes
I'm trying
sense.
to say.
Yeah.
You know, basically there's so many pubs everywhere, so of course you're meant to drink, but you know, like, that's what makes it so easy.
Yeah.
You know, you're encouraged to drink, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's just as long as you do it sensibly,
Exactly,
you're okay.
yeah.
You know, I don't wanna. I've had too many I'm never drinking again moments. You know.
That's what I say to my friends every time I've had a night out. I'll just send a message and be like, "I'm never drinking again." And it's just like,
I'm never drinking
how
again.
Many times? Yeah, probably like 1,000 times now.
Definitely, you're definitely right. That I'm never drinking again moments. You know, I've said that way too many times, but sometimes the moment just presents itself, and you be like, you know what? Let me just have a bit of a drink here. You know. Yeah, I'll definitely say everything in moderation. That's what I'll say when it comes to drinking. I do enjoy it more than most. You know, just certain drinks I can't drink though. You know, just certain spirits that, you know, that I just don't get myself involved with. You know.
There's always a debate, isn't there? It's like when you're out with friends, it's like, you say, you know, what shot can you not do? And it's either like Sambuca, tequila, and it's like, everyone has their kryptonite.
Everyone has their kryptonite, you know.
It's like,
everyone have their preferences, also. You know, like me, I'm not really. I wouldn't say I'm not really a massive beer person. I don't think I'll go and get beer. If I go to a place to drink, I'll probably just get some spirits and stuff like that. But it's interesting. I wouldn't drink beer, but I'll have ciders every now and then. Maybe it's because you're sweet. You're probably sweeter. Yeah. I guess that's my preference.
Yeah, beer's quite heavy.
Yeah, I think it's quite bloating. It's quite heavy.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I wouldn't drink that. That wouldn't be my preference. But yeah.
Yeah. Especially if you're. Yeah, I usually drink spirits. I mean, things I don't really get, like, I know some people who will have spirits and they'll just get drunk really quickly. But maybe it's just because I'm so tall. Just like maybe it takes longer for it to get down to know.
Hey man.
Yeah.
Hey man. But yeah, I do enjoy it. I mean, it's really nice. You know, I feel like You see, I think the good thing about drinking and the drink culture, or what alcohol does do for people, that makes it so, I don't want to say addictive, so easy, because, you know, it helps get rid of anxiety. You know, it makes you more expressive. You know, it makes you feel like you're having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, definitely. So I guess that's why, you know, I think every culture has alcohol. Every culture have somehow made alcohol in its own sense, and whether it's through fermentation. So every culture actually has pretty much the ability to make their own alcohol. So I think it's needed. For example, I think humans just sort of knew that, hey, we need something that
I get you,
like that. So hey, why not? For that, 100%.
yeah.
You know,
But yeah.
sweet.
Anyway, nice having you over.
Hey man, hey, anytime, man. Just let me know. Next one.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right. Cheers, Paul.